Sayaka, one reason you and I are having a hard time meeting each other is because you and I are in alternate realities. Okay, why do I say that? I see that a song, Burning Down the House, that came out in 1983. As I read, I heard that song on the radio, the same song from 1983 I heard in 1975 when I went to visit my Italian grandfather after graduating from college. I heard that exact same song, the same one. As I read online, that song came out in 1983, or 8 years after I heard it. I'll never forget hearing that song because that was a rare trip I made to see my grandfather. And I remember exactly where I was when I heard that song. I was outside the McDonald's in Washington, PA. No doubts. Another memory. When I was a kid, about 5 or 6 years old, I was watching the World Series on TV, and I clearly saw I've been saying that every time I publish something on YouTube, there are no views. Well, that's clearly telling me that my phone's been kidnapped. By who? America's secret police. Okay. Let's say suspected American secret police, all right? Now, what does that mean? It means when I see that the song Burning Down the House by the Talking Heads, on my phone, I read that song came out in 1983. Well, it could be that I'm dealing with an alternate reality here that I'm able to perceive, or what's happening is the information on my phone is being tampered with by the same secret police, trying to confuse me and go out in public and make crazy statements like, I'm experiencing alternate realities, and have me considered to be as crazy as a hoot owl as I'm supposed to be. So what is more likely? That I'm experiencing alternate realities, or that these absolutely evil folks who have been wrecking my life, suspected American secret police, are monkeying with the information on my phone? Okay. Why do I say that song could not have come out in 1983 the way my phone says it did? Because I went to visit my Italian grandfather after I graduated from college in 1975, December 1975. And I went up to visit him at his house, This is something none of his grandkids would have done. Okay? And I don't think I told anybody that I went up there. I just drove up there and went to see him unannounced the way we always did in the summertime. Why were our visits to him in the summertime unannounced? Because he never answered the phone. And because America's Man of the Year hated him as much as I hate America's Man of the Year. So we went up there unannounced and spent a few hours with him. One day of the year, each year, and that was all we saw of him. So, when I went up to visit him on this occasion, I was at the McDonald's at the edge of Washington, PA, I don't know the name of the roads here, but the road where that McDonald's is, it leads out to the country, where my grandmother's house was. Okay, to drive out that road. And then you drive out further along that road, take a left turn, you go down the road that led to my grandfather's house. Okay? So man, I heard that song, Burning Down the House, and was playing it loudly in my car. There is no doubt about this. And yet when I look online, I see that was impossible. The song didn't come out till 1983. And the band formed in 1975, I read today. And their first song didn't come out till 1977. So, being hit by the microwave weapon right now to make me cough. Now, what's more probable? That I'm experiencing alternate realities, or these diabolical folks that have been wrecking my life and actually trying to kill me, that they're monkeying with the information being fed to me on my phone. What's another fact that they've monkeyed with? When I was a little boy, 5 or 6 years old, I was watching the World Series on TV. Why? Because the Pittsburgh Pirates were in it. And my father's, well, he's not my father, but he was the man who raised me. He was from the Pittsburgh area, so he wanted the Pittsburgh Pirates to win against the New York Yankees in that World Series. So I was home watching that on TV, and I saw quite clearly in the seventh game, I guess it was the seventh game, the deciding game, Bill Mazeroski stepped up to the plate. The bases were loaded. I was listening and watching. I clearly saw man on first, man on second, man on third. Bill Mazeroski gets up to the bat, and I believe the count was full, meaning he had 3 balls and 2 strikes, meaning he was going to either hit a foul ball and stay up there, or he's going to strike out or get a hit. Okay? He hit a grand slam home run. It was incredible. It was so incredible. I was telling my mother about it quite happily. She had me call America's Man of the Year at work. And so this is memorialized in my mind. Why would I remember a grand slam home run if it wasn't that? Why would I do that? I wouldn't do it, okay? Just like I wouldn't hear the song Burning Down the House in 1975 if it came out in 1983. Well, there was one other of these bizarre occurrences. I got 2 out of 3 here, and I'm saying, what's more probable? That I'm experiencing alternate realities, or information on my phone is being monkeyed with, and as I'm talking along, I'm remembering in that movie, starring Schwarzenegger, Total Recall, there is a scene in there where this guy is trying to convince the character played by Schwarzenegger that he's in a bizarre, like, alternate reality type thing. And the guy's telling Schwarzenegger, what's more probable? That you're experiencing delusions and so on, or that you're really a secret agent who's suffering amnesia? Now, come on. Now, take this pill. He's telling Schwarzenegger as a sign of your submission to the program that we're in, whatever. And you'll come back to reality as reality is. He says, you take it. And he says, look, if this is all a big delusion, I could shoot you in the head right now. It wouldn't make any difference, would it? Well, the guy says, no, it wouldn't make any difference to me. But to you, you'd be lost in permanent psychosis. So the Schwarzenegger character is watching this guy, and he sees a bead of sweat come down his cheek. What does he do? He shoots the guy in the head. Okay? He's in no delusional world. He's being faked out by a bunch of liars. And that's what's happening to me. I'm not in an alternate reality. I'm being faked out on my phone, and these people know that if I start talking this way, they've got me. Just like if I start saying, there's a microwave weapon being aimed at... Who's going to believe me? Nobody, right? So am I talking about that? No. I am on these videos, but videos say no one's looking at them. So it's just like a journal that I'm keeping publicly. Well, these folks have quite a lot of power. No, I'm a nobody. How hard is it to squash a puny little me by these extremely powerful national level secret police thugs, let's call them? How hard is it for them to extinguish me, or near extinguish me? Not hard. How hard is it to keep me and you from getting together? Not hard at all. I don't have any power. I don't have any money. I don't have any influence. And I'm considered to be crazy. So that's where we stand. We stand here, okay? If anybody's going to bring this thing to a happy ending, it's going to be you. It cannot be me. It simply cannot. So I want to let you know, if you're able to see this video, I'm being fed major information, misinformation on my phone, including when we try to get directions. We're given false directions. The other day, we asked, what was it? Is there like the place where you buy cars, a CarMax. Is there a CarMax near the Walmart we're at here in Frederick? And I get back on my phone, the CarMax borders on Walmart, and they're adjacent to each other. Well, I'm looking around. There's no such thing. I drove around the area. There was no CarMax adjacent to that Walmart. So I go back to my phone and ask for directions to this CarMax. Well, it's like a mile away. You got to turn here, turn there, turn there to get to it. Well, I was given misinformation, and we've been getting misinformation like that on our phones for quite a while. While we were traveling, we got bad directions and the rest of it. So, once again, if you're not able to get to me, we can forget this, because I cannot get to you. That's all. Bye for now. Today is Holocaust Remembrance Day in Israel. So it's beginning this evening, the 13th of April, and running till tomorrow evening, the 14th of April. Holocaust Remembrance Day in Israel, okay? Right now, it's the 13th of April in the Washington, D.C. area, United States of America. And according to military time, it's 14 hour, 53 minutes after the 14th hour, which would be 2:53 p.m. Bye for now. The third example of alternate realities. And I gotta say, this, what I'm remembering, does seem like an authentic alternate reality. Because I have a pictorial memory. My supervisor at one of my places of employment once said to me that he thought that I had a photographic memory. Because when I was reporting back to him after I'd handed in a report I'd written and he wanted to discuss the report with me, I could quote, verbatim where I got source information that I wrote about. He was amazed at my photographic recall of memory. So I have extremely pictorial memory, okay? And I am not wrong when I say that when I saw the movie Deliverance, okay, that scene where John Voight shoots an arrow through the neck of a hillbilly who's aiming a shotgun at him, at that point in the movie I saw in the movie theater, and I believe it was at the Cinema movie theater right there near the Rodman's Discount Drugstore. That's where I saw Deliverance. When that hillbilly is aiming that shotgun at John Voight, his head becomes obscured by the glare of the sun. There is no doubt. If somebody asked me to put my hand on a Torah scroll or a Bible and swear to this, the truth of what I'm saying, I would. I absolutely saw this. There were no doubts in my mind I saw this. And so this hillbilly is aiming the shotgun, and John Voight's about to shoot an arrow at him, and just as he's about to let that arrow go, the camera shows that this man's head is hidden by the glare of the sun. There is no doubt. I would not falsely remember this. And so he lets the arrow go, and as viewers, you're saying, we can't see the guy's head. He's aiming at his head. We can't see it. What happened? So there's a pause there, and then the guy, he falls out of the glare of the sun, and there's an arrow through his neck. There's the answer to our question. Now, I would have falsely remembered all that because I looked online recently, and that was not there. I remembered that all these years. Why would I falsely remember something like that? I hallucinated it. I don't hallucinate. I've never had a hallucination. Okay? So, this does seem like an alternate reality. Because I see online an example where the movie version in the reality I'm in now, it shows something different. Okay? And so, I gotta say, in this case, this does look like alternate realities. It does. So, I don't know what's true. Am I being fed false information on my phone? Which I say is unlikely, but it could be happening. Or am I really somebody caught in the midst of alternate realities? Really, you'd have to say lost. Lost in the midst of alternate realities. Lost. Well, I believe I'm lost in the midst of alternate realities. I do. Even though in the recording I just made, I was saying I'm probably being fed false information. Maybe it's a combination of the two. I'm saying to you, don't give up. You and I are soulmates. We got to get together. Bye for now. Okay, I was saying, it looks impossible that misinformation could be created where a scene from a movie is reproduced falsely, but we're talking on a national level of tomfoolery, let's call it. And on a national level, if the security of the United States is involved in matters regarding me, then these folks could put together an artificial intelligence fake out scene from a movie quickly, probably. I asked for that scene where the man's face is obscured by the glare of the sun, and they quickly create a fake scene and fake information to go with it. Like I said, I would say, I don't even believe that, but I got to say, it's got to be possible, and people in filmmaking would know that it is. They'd say, yeah, they could take stuff from the actual movie and quickly make a fake out alternate scene from the real one in the movie. To completely fake you out on that. Say, no, there was no such scene as you remember it. Here's the scene, it's a fake out. So, they created a fake out alternate version of this movie. I do not remember wrongly. I have a photographic memory What I say I remember about this movie, I remember.